Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I have another layout using the Scraptastic February kit. This layout is the 21st layout using this kit and it took me 45 minutes to complete. And I'm showing you some of the scraps I may be using. A lot of the products are from the kit. I'm going to be using 4 photos, and these photos are also from the campground where we stayed at in 2006. We decided to drive until we found sunshine, and we drove to Boston, and they were forecasting sunshine for the whole week, so we ended up staying there, or maybe it was a little over a week. But so I'm gonna just lay out the photos side by side. I cut 3 of them, basically 2 by 4, or 3 of them, sorry, 2 by 4, so it makes like a 4 by 6 photo, and then I kept 1 photo at 4 by 6. Pretty much. And I wanted one of the photos to be full size so that you could see sort of all the water, how beautiful it was, and just so clear, and you could see the sunshine in the water, and it just could feel the warmth. And then I used 2 strips of that Echo Park pattern paper, the chevrons, and there was 2 different types of chevrons on that pattern paper, and one of them had reds in it, but I wanted to keep the whole layout more with the pattern papers with the blue tones in it, and then have some of the embellishments to have the color. And so that's what I did. I just used the chevrons with the blue, the navy, the gray, and the yellow. And then what I did was I took one of those chevrons and I cut it right down the middle, and then I'm going to use it as a 1/4-inch strip to kind of say, you know, this is where that pattern paper finishes and the other one begins. And then the flip side of that chevron, no, actually that's another pattern paper, and I'm going to use it as sort of a grounding element of the top and the bottom of the layout. And they're actually 2 different sizes. The top one is actually wider than the bottom, just to give it kind of a different look. And now I'm pulling a whole bunch of stuff from the different embellishments that came in the kit. There was chipboard and die cuts, and then there was a sheet of Echo Park that the backside was 3 by 4 cards, and I cut them all up. And I'm just trying to, you know, use up as many pattern papers as I can from this kit, but also I'm trying to use as many embellishments as I can. Now I'm going to take my Staedtler Tri Plus fine liner, and I'm going to outline all the... Okay, so I guess my computer's out of habit of doing voiceover. This is about the 10th time that I've tried to record this, and most of the time I just start it from the beginning, but this time it was just like, okay, I only have an hour left and I have to leave for work, so I just decided to keep going from where I was, like where it stopped. Like it's just recording 10-20 seconds and it's stopping. This time at least it recorded at least 3 minutes, and I'm going to be checking every 5 minutes to make sure that it's recording. I restarted my computer and everything, so I don't know what's going on. And so I glued down my photos and my battery died, so what I decided to do was I just glued down all the pattern papers, because that's kind of boring anyway while the camera was off. Now I wanted to use this rub-on that came in the kit, but for some reason it glued to the backing. So what I decided to do was just take the rub-on, rub it on the backing, and then I'm going to use my scissors and cut it out. And then basically I'll just use it as a sticker. Now rub-ons used to be the big fad way back. I've been scrapbooking for 15 years, and rub-ons have come and gone and come again and gone again, and they're back. I mean, there's not a lot of companies out there that print rub-ons, but they're back a little bit more than they used to be, and I love them. I love adding them to the background. I love using them as part of my title, and this time that's what I'm going to do. But because it didn't want to act as a rub-on, I'm just going to, like I said, rub it onto the clear backing, and then I'll just cut it out, and then it becomes like a sticker. And for the word summer, I used some Pebbles stickers that came in a Studio Calico kit probably one of my very first Studio Calico kit, and I love those stickers, except they are not sticky at all. Like, you have to be careful when you take them out of the plastic sheet too, because they keep falling all over the place. So I take my quick dry adhesive and I glue the stickers down, and then the word activities and we is actually from my stickers from the Daily Flash, and I believe I've ordered every alpha stickers that there is from the Daily Flash collection, and I absolutely love them. And I think what I'm going to do is every time I order, I'm just going to order 1 or 2 sets again, because there's not a lot of each letter in each sticker sheet. I mean, there's tons, but it's a smaller sheet. So, and they give you 2 different fonts, so I want to make sure that I have lots of it. Now, I had a transparency that was left from last kit or the kit before, and it was clouds. So I cut that out, and I'm going to use it under the word summer and right beside the word love. And then I'm also going to use it at the bottom cluster. So I finished that little sheet of transparency. That's all used up. And it was from a different kit, so that's awesome. I got that used up instead of chucking it. Now I'm going to put the word activities right underneath the word summer. And then there was one chipboard piece that had, it was like a viewfinder, and I cut it in half, and I love the colors. It's so nice and bright. Cut it in half. I'm going to put it right beside the word summer and above the clouds. And then I'm going to put the other piece at the bottom of the layout. And then there was a card that said, and that was the backside of a pattern paper, and it had a whole bunch of 3x4 cards, and I cut it out, and it just says awesome, so very smart, boys, handsome, rough and tough, mischievous, adventurous. So I just thought it was kind of nice for this layout. Then there was a cutout that Scraptastic sent to us, and it says boys rule. And now I'm going to use some foam tape, and I'm going to add it to that 3x4 card. And I'm going to lift that card a little bit, and I kind of went overboard on the foam tape, but I just didn't want the card to have any places where it would kind of cave in. So I've had that foam tape for over a year now, and I still have tons, and I have a second one of those huge rolls. And I've had quite a few people ask me where I got those huge rolls, and I got it at Custom Crops, but I've seen them at Simon Says Stamp. Custom Crops has them on sale quite a bit of time, so you can, I got mine for $33. I've seen them anywhere from $33 to $42. Now I'm going through my sticker sheet from Echo Park, and I pulled out a camera, an arrow, and then a little flag that says note. And I'm going to put foam tape in behind all those stickers, and I'm going to glue them down to the page. And it just kind of gives it a little lift, so it kind of stands out on the layout. Now I'm going to take out my twine, and it's called a teal twine, and I got it directly from the manufacturer, Whiskers. What is it called? Whisker Graphics. So it's whiskergraphics.com, and it is divine twine. And I got 3 or 4 of them, and there's like 240 yards in one roll, so I don't think I'll be running out anytime soon. So I just kind of added to my collection of twine. But twine is something that I use on every single layout, so I don't mind having quite a bit of that around. And now I'm going through some of my enamel dots that I made myself using perler beads and pony beads. And my next days off, I showed you in one of the last layouts where I had connected a few of them together, and it made some really cool designs. So I plan on playing with that a little bit more. There's a few more that I did that I showed you, that I didn't show you, but it really turns out really cute when you put beads together. So I'm going to play with that a little bit more. But for this one, I just used regular one bead, and I chose a teal, a white, and a yellow. And I mean, those perler beads, I think it's $24 in Canada anyway for a huge bucket. There's 11,000. I used a coupon. I think I sent my husband, and I went on Google and showed him, he was at work, and I said, Google this, and this is what it looks like, and that's the bucket I want, and they have it at Michael's. So he went and he used a coupon, and so it was $16, and I can make 11,000 enamel dots, so totally worth it. Now I use quick dry adhesive to glue it down, but you could use glue dot if you don't want, the mess. It does dry clear. And now I put my whole layout in a box, a Studio Calico box or a Scraptastic box, and then I inked it with Studio Calico white and some teal. And now I'm going to show you a few close-ups of the layout. And like I said, this was a quick layout. Took me 45 minutes. Now I'm going to show you close-ups of each little clusters. If you want to see more close-ups, you can join me on Facebook. The link is in the description. And that's not my personal Facebook. It's a scrapbooking Facebook. On Twitter, Pinterest, A Cherry on Top, Two Peas in a Bucket, the Scraptastic blog and Facebook group, and on Instagram. So thanks for watching. Bye.